And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard.
Hey, ready? 525.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he's not even going to come close to picking up the first. They stop him right at the line of scrimmage. So they give it up just on their side of midfield. And, yeah, I mean, a surprising decision there to go for that.
Must have a lot of confidence in his defense. Must feel like, hey, we're in great shape here because our defense can hold them. Because they're really outside of field goal range now, all right, the opposite team. So if you hold them here, you haven't given up any points. You may give up a punt and you're pinned down a little bit, but must have thought it was an okay spot to go for it and decided to be aggressive.
Second down, Dalton. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll go down at the 28. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
Now a play fake here on first down to Mixon on the check down. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. And it'll be Dalton again. No gain on the play, and it'll bring up a third down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Third down, a shot here for Dalton. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Noah Spence in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that'll lead to a fourth down. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Jameis to throw it. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Geno Atkins coming up the middle, gets him there for a loss of about 9. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Working out of the gun, Winston. And that is incomplete. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. 3rd down here. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back. But it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. The play fake to Sims. Now Winston. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Dalton. Flush to his right. And he's got some space here. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
First and 10 for Dalton. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that'll make it second down. The first carry for the second-year man, Joe Mixon. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, and it's the Bengals with a football to begin quarter number 2. They're facing a tough spot, 3rd and 8 here to start things out. Out of the gun, it's Dalton. He's got his man here. It's Green. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Green's first catch of the game. Good for a first down. Dalton going to break the huddle, come up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game.
Hey, get ready for something coming left.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. Completes it to Coleman. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A very solid gain of 27. A first chance in the red zone for the Bengals now. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. Dalton operating in the red zone now. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 6 yards on the pickup, and it'll make it a 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Here's Dalton. Oh, the spin. Dumps it off to Mixon. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
On the ball! On the ball!
Passing, it's Dalton. Oh, and it's incomplete. That would have been big in the end zone if he could have held on. Instead, it's second down.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Gerald McCoy in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. So the sack, and now it's 3rd and long for Dalton and the Bengals. Throwing, Dalton. Eluding the pressure right. He may try and run for this. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down. They'll run with Mixon. And he's not going to get there. They tackle him at the 2. Mixon unable to find the goal line on 4th down. And the Bucs defense, they'll celebrate the goal line stand. And the Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field. Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
It's a pickup of 3, and we have now arrived at the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes remain in a scoreless first half. We'll come back to Cincinnati after this. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
On that play, it was the defensive front that won the battle. They out-leveraged the offensive line, got into the backfield, and held him to no gain.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. Winston to throw it this time. Being chased out left. He can run for it, and he will. They get 9 there, and in the process escaping their end zone, picking up a 1st down.
How many times do we hear that 3rd down may be the most important down in football, and there's no better example than what we just saw right there. Forced to scramble, knows where the 1st down marker is, dives for it, and gets it. What a big-time play, putting his body on the line to pick up a key 1st down.
Now Marshall. And some room to roam now. Shows off the quick feet as he takes this one up to the 20. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They'll try to throw now. Winston. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. That late in the clock, 2nd quarter, why not just run it a time or 2 and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
Go, on the ball! On the ball! 3!
Their D gets the INT. Now what can Dalton do? Coleman has it here right side. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now Dalton. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Andy Dalton now, only one pass has hit the ground for him. 10 of 11 thus far. It's 1st and 10. Dalton here from the gun. Underneath, this is Bernard. Give him 8 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Get ready for something coming left.
Another chance for Dalton. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. Bullock will put this one through. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Dalton now to pass. Throw left side, complete to Ross. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there, and if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Andy Dalton now, pretty remarkable. 14 of 15 through the air, only 1 incompletion, and another 1st and 10 here. Off the play fake to Mixon. This is Dalton. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Brandon Coleman was the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Everyone's got 4 down. Lead!
Throwing again. Dalton into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Brent Grimes. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Off the play fake, Winston. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Vontaze Burfict coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
Now the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Winston needing a big play after the sack as he leads the Bucs up on 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Winston. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Credit the secondary and credit the defensive game plan. They've been in his hip pocket all game long. They understood coming in that he was a big-time receiver.
Here's Brian Anger now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Once again, they run with Mixon. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Here's Dalton. He drops it off for Bernard, and he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Give him 7 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. Here's Brad Nortman now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
A handoff to start the drive to Sims. And a short pickup here as he'll get across the 10 to the 11-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Back to the ground, this time with Jones. And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for a first.
Let's go now. Hey, 5-0, 5-0, 5-0. Here we go. Where's that?
And now with a play clock winding down, a whistle and possibly a false start. After the false start, sets up a 3rd and 9. Play action now, Winston. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. That his first catch so far. They've held him under. But he's got a first down there. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Now they try the right side here. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. Carlos Dunlap, the defensive end, the one to bring him down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Now a second down throw for Winston. Left side here, that's complete to Godwin. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Winston to Godwin on the connection there for a Tampa Bay first. Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. Out to his left. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bucs are able to strike for 6. And this is no good. He missed it. Not a good start here in the kicking department as this remains a 6-3 score. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, But guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the fourth. Dalton, 1st and 10. He's going to float this one deep right side. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Keith Tandy.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
The Bucs on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. From the gun, Winston. And Marshall's got it. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker. Winston now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be stopped up quickly here at the 38. Malik Jefferson in there on the stop. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, you're trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7. Jameis to throw it. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. They give him 12 yards and a 1st down.
And that pickup of a 1st down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. Give him a couple on the run there. It'll be 2nd and 13. This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down. Now Jameis on 2nd down. Dancing to his left. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now they run with Sims. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. Again, they run with Sims. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Charles Sims, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bucs are going to add on to their lead.
Well, that was absolutely ideal for them, wasn't it? Trying to salt this game away. I think one of my kids just graduated in the amount of time they had the football. That was absolutely impressive.
Everybody wants those salt-away-the-game drives. What makes them successful?
Well, when you're able to mix run-pass, when you're able to control the football and stay ahead of the chains, I'm using every cliche I know, but that's how you get it done because you're not taking negative plays, and that way you're able to run what you want to run when you get a chance to call it.
The Bengals getting set to go. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Dalton wants to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The former first-round pick, Vernon Hargreaves, the one who was there defensively. Tried to go for the big one there on 2nd down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
Andy Dalton. He finds Ross. Right side. It's complete. It's a Bengal first down. A pickup of 11. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. So now Dalton. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
Big spot. Andy Dalton to mix it on the check down. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. A gain of 4 on the play, and it's a 2nd down. And right now, defensively, you love that, don't you? I mean, you'll give them that part.
And they'll take it every single time. This is almost like nickeling and diming it downfield, and too much time's going to run off the clock.
The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first. First down now, but that clock rolling. All right, here's Dalton. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 4 yards on the pickup, and it'll be a second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And Dalton to throw. And Green with a catch left side. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. And a strange one here, a little befuddled. They're sending out the field goal unit now. This to get it back to a one-score game. And Bullock will put this one through, and they will cut the lead back down to a touchdown now at 13-6. So with under 30 seconds to play, this is the game right here. And the Bucs are on this one. And that should just about do it. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical. I don't know about you, partner, but watching them take the knee there and finish this one off, I feel like I'm going to be sore tomorrow. This was one bruising affair. Low scoring, but my kind of football.
Not a work of art, but maybe in your world, a little bit of a work of art. You like the defensive side.
I thought it was pretty. I can't help myself. I thought it was pretty.
And it ends in a kneel down as the clock rolls down to zeros. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for Tampa Bay, the win moves them up to 5-2 now on the year. And they'll have another road date next week with the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, they drop back to 500 now at 4 up and 4 down. And they'll take this loss into the bye as they'll be back in action in Week 10. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.